Hi guys, it's Jen. I wanted to do an energy update for the collective. Um, Nothing specific. I'll roll out the individual signs um, probably in the next day or two, as we ease in a bit into um, I lost my train of thought. As we ease into October, right? I want to do these energy updates because I'm feeling very like spirit is telling me that it's not a specific sign. It could just be for like a collective. Um, so I don't want to kind of tether it to a specific sign. I guess for whoever it's for, that's who'll find it. Um, so I'm just following what spirit says. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I give intuitive messages, um, mostly, yeah, intuitive messages. I'm not really good with intros. Some of you guys have been with me since the very beginning, so. But if you're new here, I give intuitive readings. I also am doing personal readings. Um, that information is in my bio, so you can just go to my bio and just email me for any personal readings that you may want. So let's dive right in and see what we have for the collective here. So, okay, Five of Cups, Six of Cups, Six of Wands. Okay, all right. So let's see what we have. Give me 1 second. Whoops, I dropped something. Okay. So Five of Cups, right? Five of Cups is about mourning, like that grief, like intuitively, this is going to be a completely intuitive reading. I get the sense that some of you are mourning a loss, but it's almost like you're okay with that. It's not like you want it back. It's almost like disappointment. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting disappointment. And this could have been, we'll dive a little bit deeper because I'm going to get clarifiers. Um, but I'm getting a sense like this is more internal. I don't really see any of my external cards besides the Six of Wands. You have Two Cups energy, which lets me know this is very emotionally driven. But I am getting the feeling of disappointment. I'm also getting intuitively that some of you had to go on a trip or a journey or leave someone, and they're at a distance. That's what I'm getting. Like they're at a distance. Um, I'm even getting like across oceans or across the ocean or, just across state lines. But it's something that disappointed you. Now, it could be a person, it could even be a place, but whatever this is, it's at a distance. What's happening now is there's a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of memories coming up with the Six of Cups. There's a lot of, again, intuitively, what didn't I bring to this? Why did it have to end this way? What more could have, oh my god, I can't get that out. Some of you might be lost for words. It's almost like, um what could have I done, I see also some of you that maybe you felt like you should have given someone their flowers a little bit sooner, or maybe that can be vice versa. Someone in this energy felt like they should have given another person their flowers or acknowledged them or just appreciated them. And that's kind of like in the past now. Like there's no way to kind of fix that, but there's a revisiting of that, of someone in this energy, it could be you or another person, where they felt like they could have done more and now it's too late. With the Six of Wands, I do see that you will be surrounded by people that care about you. For some of you, this could have even been a situation where some people actually are like, what took you so long? Like, if this was like a job you were in that sucked, or a person or a place, For some of you, there's the energy of here that other people that care about you, or even like, I don't know why I'm getting social media. Maybe because the Six of Wands is like being celebrated. He's on his high horse, and there's people kind of celebrating him. This also could have happened sometime around Christmas last year. I don't know why that's coming in, or during the holiday, or it could be happening during the holiday. Come back sometime in, January, and let me know if this reading resonates. But I am getting that whatever this is, it's highlighted, like it's not that it's televised, but it's public, whether it's through social media, whether you share it, or it's just public knowledge that you share with a group of people intimately. But what I am getting is that there's a feeling of celebration, there's a feeling of either what took you so long or we're here for you. That I am getting a heavy sense of support, like a big support group, whether that's friendships, family, at work. There's a sense of support here with whatever transpired, with this Five of Cups here. Because there is a feeling of loss, there is a feeling of mourning, but it's almost like what's done is done. And then you have the Six of Cups, which is either your energy or someone in your energy kind of reminiscing and wishing they could have done things differently. But, this had to happen. Yeah, there you go. Another six. So, um, this could have to do with, because after the fives is about changes, and sixes are like that. It's almost like that coming out of it. It's almost like when the sun starts to shine after that storm. And I do see some of you, I mean, you have the Five of Cups and the Six of Swords, definitely moving away from something that did not serve you. This was a conscious decision. It was an emotional decision and a conscious decision, because with the Six of Swords, you felt it and there was action behind it. That was manifested via your thoughts, like you thought about this, you thought long and hard, and whatever that was that you moved away from, you knew that you had to, and of course the morning is going to come from it, but it was what was best for you. I'm sorry, I have, what is that? I was eating something earlier, but clarifying clarifying the Six of Cups. Oh yeah. So the Devil in reverse, this lets me know that whatever this was, it was toxic. But more importantly, and what I love better than the Sun card, is the Devil in reverse, because it lets me know that whatever you was chained to, whatever was toxic, whatever was, when I see the Devil, I just think of low vibrational energy. There's never a time when I see the Devil and I sugarcoat anything. Some readers are able to kind of maneuver that based on the surrounding cards. Sometimes you do. I don't know. I really, I mean, it's almost like, if I have to think of a time when the Devil is appropriate, is maybe when you're like matching energy. Maybe, I'm not a big believer in matching energy, but to each his own. I'm also not a judgmental person either. You cope how you want to cope, and you deal with things like how you want to deal with them. But the Devil clarifying the Six of Cups, this, you are, either you or someone in your energy is reminiscing about something, someone, somewhere, and realizing that this was a very toxic situation. I mean, this is very clear, very, very clear. And not even because it's coming in intuitively, it's because the cards are literally confirming what's happening with these cards. I mean, there's really no way to even try to flip this or make this anything other than what it is. This is something from your past, someone, something, or memory, reminiscing, that it just was toxic, and you realize that it was toxic. I mean, you literally are moving away. You're mourning, but you're moving away from this. And yeah, it's gonna bring up some memories. It's gonna bring up some of that residual energy, but knowing that that residual energy is something that you released yourself from with the Devil in reverse, because upright, it's very low vibrational energy. That's really as much as I can say about the Devil energy. It is also Capricorn energy, And this is one of your very first major arcanas out here. So this is major. Some of you are really um, removing yourselves from the chains of toxicity. I love that. And maybe that's why the 6 of Wands is here, this celebration, because I was getting like people banding around you and saying, what took you so long? Like, either what took you so long to leave that situation, that person, that place. Like, so let's see. Clarifying the 6 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Now, this is now you planting seeds, but with a meticulous and slow approach. Now, this could be a person. Court cards can be people that are around you. It could be a earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, or it could just be the energy of the card. And what I'm picking up is with the 6 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, you are being celebrated, but I think for some of you, you know that you're gonna have to take it slow moving forward, whether that's picking up the pieces, letting the dust settle. Like, it's almost like you're rebuilding your life after whatever this was, and you know that it's gonna need a slow and steady approach. This time, it can't be more of like a Knight of Swords, where he's very impulsive. He's very like he just does things spur of the moment. Sometimes that energy is good if maybe there's a sense of urgency. But I think for some of you, what you're realizing now is that you have to take a more slow and methodical approach and really plant those seeds one by one, meticulously, because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving. It is about action, but he's very slow. But it's earth energy. And Virgo is very meticulous. You know, Virgo is literally like the healer. So some of you could be healing. Virgo can be very perfectionist too, just making sure all the pieces of the puzzles fit. Taurus is about stability, you know, not really budging. He has kind of like that, not he, but I'm just saying he, but Taurus has kind of like that. You're not going to push me until I'm ready. I'm going to go on my terms. And Capricorn is the hardest worker to me. They're about their money and they're going to go after it. But when when you pair that with the Knight of Pentacles energy, it's slow. To me, the Knight of Pentacles can be more Taurus energy. It is earth sign, but to me, Taurus kind of moves on their own speed. They aren't rushed. They move when they want to move. Okay, so that's really the energy that I'm getting here, with the 6 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. And being that this is a collective energy, let's go ahead and dive a bit deeper. Let's see. What is this situation about? Where did this come about? Like, what is the collective, the listener, moving away from? Oh, 8 of Swords, confusion, feeling bound. Some of you are really, I'm proud of you. Whoever is listening and this reading is for you, you are literally, I mean, you have the Devil in reverse and you have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Whatever confusion, whatever feeling of like stagnancy or feeling stuck, you're removing your, some of you can, it can even be clarity, because she has a blindfold and she's around all these swords, and it can literally feel like the walls are closing in. And not only that, the walls are closing in and she can't even see, so she can't anticipate when she's literally gonna get crushed, or she can't see if she does move their swords, so she's literally like trapped. This is some of you getting untrapped from that. Let's see what else tarot has. Page of Cups. Okay, so someone here could have been very emotionally immature. um Pages are the beginning stages. It could also be news, as well, or ideas, but it could also be a person in your energy. Someone here was very, very immature. It could also be a water sign. But I don't really like, when I'm speaking of core cards, I don't like to really point out to the sign in particular unless I ask for it. Like, hey, give me what's the sign of this person. It's just the energy, and every sign can be immature, right? So this particular person is very immature. I mean, almost to the point where their growth is even stunted, because if they're a page and they're in reverse, that means they haven't even had time to kind of gain that emotional maturity. They're stunted right at the very beginning. So this is someone who is not aware of their emotions. They could just, it's just emotional unintelligence to the max with the Page of Cups in reverse. Let's see what else we have here. King of Wands. Some of you, it could have to do with a job or a boss or someone who is either good with money or kind of like an entrepreneur. That King of Wands to me is someone, he is the king of action, the king of passion, you know. So that might give some of you a sign of, if it's a particular person, of who that might be. Now, with the Six of Cups and the Devil in reverse, let's see, what is it? What had you trapped? I mean, we do have here that it might have been a person, but what made you kind of move on, collective? What was that moment? Okay, yeah, some of you were like uninterested. You felt like you weren't getting enough. I think even for some of you, you felt like, see these Four of Cups here and the Three of Cups? He has three cups there, but the way I'm picking it up intuitively, it's almost like you gave something or someone too many chances, and right at the last chance where it would either they try to really offer you something real or make a promise of something real, you kind of got hit to the game like, oh no, this is not, I've heard this before. I have three cups in front of me and they're all empty. Why should I believe that this one is full? You know, it's almost like the cry wolf sort of analogy. Ace of Swords, yeah, I'm getting heavy that a lot of you really reached your clarity. Things were clear. A new idea, a new perspective really came to play, and for some of you, it could. I don't feel it as strong as a spiritual awakening, but it definitely does feel like some sort of clarity came in, some sort of news or idea, or just something. Even intuitively, I'm picking up that some of you were just, you spoke up for yourself, because the sword is about thoughts and communication. So with that Ace of Swords being right there, and it's a big sword, some of you might have just really spoken up for yourself. Six of Wands and Knight of Pentacles. Let's see who's celebrating the viewer. Okay, this could have come, Four of Wands. For some of you, I'm picking up intuitively that this is going to come from a place where you least expect it, because Four of Wands upright is it's like my celebration card, weddings, things of that nature. But in reverse, to clarify that Six of Wands and that Knight of Pentacles, what I'm getting is that for some of you, and this is going to be very specific, it could come from a place or a person that you least expected. Maybe you had prior discord with, and this situation allows that to kind of mend itself. Knight of Wands. Yes. Again, if it's not you, there's another person coming in, because it's coming like right smack. It's literally like meeting the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is coming slowly, and the Knight of Wands is like rushing. For some of you, again, very specific because my messages are intuitive. This can be a situation where maybe you call someone and you're like, listen, I need you to come get me. And they literally come towards you. They come racing towards you. Either you can't get to where you need to get to, you need help moving, something of that nature, or you just need that extra boost, that extra pick me up from someone. You know, the Knight of Wands, he's very passionate. He can also be very spontaneous and impulsive, but to me, this is my Sagittarius card, and they're very philosophical. They're very worldly. If you ever need someone to kind of give you a boost of energy or make you feel good, Sagittarius is where it's that fire that you need, that spark. Granted, they aren't very what's the word? They don't really like to be in one place. They're kind of like come and go, but when you need them, they're really there for you. So I that's definitely something that I see. And then strength, of course. You know, definitely this is the time for strength. Okay, strength comes after the Chariot. Okay, it literally comes after you make that move and you're very determined. with that willpower, that's when the strength comes. Because after you make that first move, that decision, it takes a lot of you. You know, I don't know if any of you have ever had to make a very hard decision and you have your mind made up. And let's say once you've done it, you still need that extra bit of strength and courage to kind of pick you up from that. Like, it's what I'm getting in my head is like, let's say you had to literally make like a cross country move. You did it, but now you're so exhausted. Or, you know, now it's becoming really real. Now it's like, okay, this isn't, it really happened. And that can be a good thing or a bad thing. It can literally be like, you know, new beginning jitters or anxiety, whatever the case may be. But um, I love how the strength card came right after that to kind of tie everything in, because I think for some of you, you're going through quite a transition here. Nothing major, because you didn't get any majors here. Not too many besides that devil in reverse. So this can literally be on a very 3D level, like on this material plane here. I do see some external factors with the wands, but mostly it's a lot of internal work. It's a lot of emotional work as well. But you're moving forward towards that celebration or that recognition. And this time you're taking it at a slow and steady speed so that it's not rushed, if that makes any sense. I'm going to pull an oracle card to close this out. But overall, I think this, I don't know who this was for. I just felt compelled to do this collective reading. And that's what I have here. But I think it's amazing. Let's see. Security. Okay, be careful not to be drawn into a false sense of security. Security begins only when trust has been established, whoever that's for, okay? So this is where I'm going to leave this. If these messages resonate, I really would appreciate a comment or a thumbs up, just letting me know, hey, it did. It would really help me to determine if I should do more of these collective readings, if they resonated. I mean, if no one says, hey, it resonated, I would just assume that, okay, it wasn't for nobody. But if I do get some good feedback, I'll do more of these collective readings along with the individual line signs throughout the month. So that's what I have for you. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, take care.